around. No matter what's going on, we'll get you in the mood. Take a deep breath, clear your mind, and soon you feeling good. The Hammer Jang Gang is the way we keep it real. Put aside our differences, aloha is what we feel. If all the people of the world could join us, then they'll see. Maybe they can finally find peace and harmony.
How's it, everybody, and welcome to the Daily Pidgin Live. How's it? My name is Andy Bumatai, and I will be your chat moderator or JPO, whatever you prefer. And we always like to remind people right up off the top that we practice aloha here. And what that means is we're polite and courteous to each other, because here on the Daily Pidgin Live, we call everyone in the chat group the Hammer Jang Gang. Now, Hammer Jang in Hawaiian Pidgin English means all mix up, any kind, because we are from different locations, we are different colors, we believe in different things, and we have strong opinions about certain things, but we leave the opinions that might start one argument at the door when we take off our rubber slipper. Okay? So if you are the type who likes to type in all caps and get in flame wars, guess what? This may not be the show for you. Now, after the show, pal, you are welcome to grab your opinion and when you put on your rubber slipper. All we ask is that you take your rubber slipper and never mind cockroach one's pair that is nicer, more nice, and leave your bus up dog-chewed boroboros for the victim. Okay? If can, we would appreciate it. And you also notice that we speak small kind Pidgin English. That's right, and not the kind Pidgin English deep from the resources of, the recesses of Waihole Valley kind. Just enough so the people who may have grown up in Hawaii can hear small kind Pidgin English and get reminded of their Hanabara days. That's right. Remember small kid time? That's how you used to talk, eh? Well, we'll go in and out, but hey, hopefully we perk your ears on some pleasant memories, okay? Now, this is a chat show, and you notice right here underneath, our guest today is Saleva Atisaon, and better known in some circles as Konishiki. He was a sumo wrestler. This was a while ago, but also they call him Konichan. He has a children's show in Japan that he has done every day for the past 18 years. So we'll have a lot to talk about with him at the top of the hour, okay? So, this being a chat show, let's go to the chat window and say, how's it, and aloha to a few people. This is the part where we call the romper room, because I say, I see Jacob Hill, and there's Devin, and how's it, Opai Alboto, yeah, and Rick Iwamoto, how's it, Miles, Medium 7-Up in the house, how's it, Nanette with the K+. Now, some people you'll see, they just put the K, boom. Those are the lurkers who are just letting us know they are okay. Catch? Yeah, it started when, you ever send a text to somebody and you send one long, involved text and they answer with K. Well, guess what? We went and embraced that. So you'll see people like William Humphrey here from the YouTube side just hitting the K, okay? So guess what, gang? We appreciate you letting us know you are all right. Okay, and there's brother Bruce coming in from the Twitch side. I think I should mention that we are simulcasting into Twitch, into YouTube, into Facebook, okay? And all the chats are what you see over here on the side. You can see the icon next to the name, and you can tell where they are coming in from. How convenient is that? Hey, and here's Brian. Hey, how you, brother? On the Twitch side today. Oop, monsieur, never clickonize you good enough. Right there. There he is on the Twitch side, and there's Ku'ualoa coming to us from the Twitch side, and see Honda. Hey, how's it, see? And she is there on YouTube. How's it, Mark? Appreciate the K. And I noticed that brother is capitalized. Happy for you. Capital means they're doing extra good. How's that? Okay. And the music you hear in the background, here, I'll bring it up just for a little bit. This music is provided by Lono. You can get, if you hear anything you like, you go to lonomusic.com. Yep. And hey, how's it, Danny? Oh, look at you on the Twitch side, all over the place. Hey, you. How's it, Robert? Nani aloha. Hey, Brian, bouncing back and forth. There he is on YouTube. Whew. Watch out, we're gonna call you the ping pong soon here. Okay. How's it, Nancy? How you? Oh, there we go. Tommy's the turtle. How's it? He's saying hi to Rick Iwamoto. See how it is over here? Everybody is polite to everyone else. How's it? Aloha. Hey, good to see you. And here, of course, is Keola P. Uncle, I'm so glad to be here. Actually went to my school today. Oh, that's right on. Keola P is our 10-year-old YouTuber who frequents the show, and they just started regular school again. So it's a combination of going to school physically and doing online learning. So we'll be interested to hear how that worked out for you, Keola. And here's Kaikuli. I think that's how you pronounce it. Menastake Kimba. Ooh, capital F. I'm glad for you. Hey, look, Ku'aloha saying hi to Danny. Aloha, nani aloha. Oh, it's wonderful how everybody just spakanize everybody else and give them the virtual shaka. Hey, wow, Hilo was big on sumo. Had one circle in downtown for sumo wrestling down. Rope off area, and they waste the Hawaiian salt throwing over the shoulder. That's not waste. Andy, Tegan didn't ask, but I think I know the answer today. Boom, boom. Yes, I think you do. She will be very happy that finally I'm wearing a Tory Richards. Hey, I got that like button smash good. False crack. Oh, that's how. Yeah, when we ask people to hit the like button, we say, no shame, false crack that like button. You know, for that couple who oversees what we do. You know what I'm talking about? Antilytics and her husband, Algorithm. Yeah, those two. See, what it is if we get a lot of likes, when people watch the videos, we get recommended on the side. I guess it's this side, right? And we're trying to reach as many migrated Hawaiians as can. So if can, you know, whack the button and subscribe if you like, please. In fact, we're going to talk small kind about the Twitch side today. We did a black hat session. I guess it was about 7 o'clock in the morning. We had good fun. Yeah, actually brought 3 people in on Skype. Thanks to Lono. He goes, bro, try the button over there if you like add somebody else. Huh? Boom. So we had Steven Espanola, Lono, whose music you're hearing, and myself, and then Melvin was trolling us. Melvin Lead. Oh, good fun. Anyway, so we may have figured out what we like to do on the Twitch side. Now explain that in just a bit. Oh, speaking of Lono, early band practice, so could make it on time. Right on. Hey, mahalo. And thanks again for pointing out the button today. You know, that allowed us to bring in Steven Espanola. Keola P, congratulations. Must have been nice to see all your friends. Yeah, that's important when you're 10 years old. Especially, I'm thinking for his sister, who is 13. And you remember, just 13, it was all about social activities, going to dances and that kind, you know. So I hope everything's working out for those two during this new normal. I know. And for all you people on the coasts, you know, take care because, hey, Kim, look at that. Super chat. Mahalo for the 916, right? Aloha from the area code 916. Mahalo. So what I was saying is, hey, you know what? Anyone on the coast, we got hurricanes going on one side and fires going on the other. Yeah. So if you're anywhere near that stuff, please stay safe. No take chances. How's it come, well, man? Andy, good afternoon. Great to be here. Oh yeah, there you go. Ooh, now that's one nice shirt. Yes, this is Tori Richards, and what Tegan, the 13-year-old I was mentioning, always likes about these shirts is you notice how the patterns match. You know what I mean? Like right down the middle, but they match it so it all, you know. I think she may be into fashion one day. Oh, Uncle, I will tell Tegan Kalea, I always get that backwards, that you are back to wearing your Tori Richards. Oh, she will be so happy. Yes, thank you. Oh, I heart the button too. Oh, the heart button too. Oh yeah, I never even think about that, but you know, you can, whatever. Again, you know, when I watch YouTube, everybody, please hit the like, the subscribe, the bell notification. Stand on one leg, do the dance, put your left leg in, your left leg out, your left leg in, then shake it all about. You know, it's like, wow, okay, now for it, I get it. Algorithm. Oh my, that's funny. Oh, you don't know Al. His middle name is Go. His last name is Rhythm. Algorithm. Anyway, mahalo. Hey, mahalo. And aloha, Kim. Yeah, that's for the super chat right there. Because they're supporting the show. You know, don't forget the elbow for subscribe. Oh, yeah. See, that's what we say. Hit the like button, and when you come back, wrap that subscribe button with your elbow. Ooh, you guys, what a memory. Hey, Tina Rose Cager, aloha. Hope all are having a wonderful day. I am so far. Wish I could go back and see the black hat, but I was in school. Keola, they are on, you know, on the playlist, Black Hat, on the website. I mean, the website, YouTube, and well, I guess all of them. I don't care where you are, you can watch it after the fact. Ice water, kind of hot today. Okay, shakalaka. Robert Leslie, tough day, but 2 hours in dojo, all fine now. 2 hours? Whew. Speaking of somebody who can. Yeah, shakalaka. Hey, it was a sweet black hat shirt day. Happy to catch it. Oh yeah, thank you, Danny. Yeah, we do these black hat sessions, if you're not familiar with them, where I work out technical stuff, but it's more casual, and we talk about all kinds of things, like what direction we should go with the show and all that kind of stuff, you know. And oh, good fun today, this morning. So what I did was at 7 o'clock in the morning, I went live on all the platforms just to see what the response would be like. And the reason for that, aloha from Waimea. Thank you, Susan. Thanks for checking in. Who was the three amigos today? Who's the three? No, we're not going to do that. But during the Black Hat session, it was Stephen Espanola, Lono, and myself. We tried to get Melvine on, but she goes, take me 5 hours, put my makeup on. I'm not going to be ready. Tegan eats her lunch in woodshop class with the teacher that yells all the time. Oh no. Okay, I'm trying to get to the bottom of the chat here so I can talk about what I think we decided to do. You see, I'm on Twitch, and when you're on Twitch, if you meet certain criterias, you have certain amount of followers, you post enough, you're on enough on the days, they elevate you to affiliate status, right? But when you reach that, what happens is when they run ads, the show gets a little piece of it. Small kind, but it's something. But as a part of that, and to get it, you have to agree not to stream into all platforms. You have to go to Twitch exclusively. And 24 hours later, you can take what you posted and put it on other platforms. So I'm like, huh? Ooh, Andy, did the switch? No, aloha, Andy, did the switch to Twitch? There we go. Well, you're gonna like hearing this then, Kenny. So we decided that what we're going to do is take what we call the Black Hat sessions now and do them in the morning. This is what we're thinking about. And just do them casually, right? And I'll just, go in the morning and we'll call it the morning Twitch, right? So on the morning Twitch, we'll just talk about just different things, but we will put a emphasis on people who want to learn how to do online better. Online, like what we're talking about right now. So in other words, you may have a question about cameras or lighting or how to speak in front of a camera or software that you need or, sound deadening. And believe me, this will not be the kind, super technical expertise kind. It'll be me, right? But as someone who built this show from basically, hey, what is this on? Oh, hello? To what you see now, which is okay and passable. But, what we'll do is, let's say we talk about sound. I'll try to bring in somebody who is a professional about sound, right? Maybe they say, okay, here's a best mic. Because there are little things that people don't know. Like, oh man, do I have to get an expensive camera? Hey, you know what? A webcam for, $20 will look good as long as you have a good light. Lighting is more important than the camera. A lot of people, they spend $500 on a camera, then they put a lamp over here and it just looks bad. Lighting is the key. It's small kind like that. Right? And we do that maybe 7 o'clock. I don't know if I can do it every day, but this is where we're headed, right? So it'll be called the Morning Twitch. We came up with that today. Oh, D-Ray, computer science to me. No, we're going to try to stay away from the real geeky, stuff. And here's the reason, Kimba, I think that the morning Twitch would be good for people. We are all going to be doing more and more online stuff. So even if you just have a laptop and you Zoom with your company, right? Or you're like my wife teaches classes online, right? What small things can you do to improve it and still make it easily understood? Okay, so that's so far the idea for the morning Twitch. Yeah, perfect title, the morning Twitch. Andy, your best ideas just come tumbling out of you. Well, Pualani, it's the Black Hat sessions. We all rap in and, hey, what, you gonna Twitch in the morning? So I said, oh yeah, bro, we're gonna do the morning Twitch. And then, bing! You see the light bulb come on, Ooh, how's that? Wow, that is a long ride, Keola P. Was that unusual? Oh, I got a morning Twitch. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. The morning Twitch, it's fodder for all kinds of jokes. Yep. No can hear, got beer in my ear. Okay, brother, turn over. Let that ear drain and fill up the middle hole. Okay, right there. See, ignore these when you pour in the beer and try to make the middle one. I know it's rough, but with practice, you will do it. Will the morning Twitch only be available on Twitch? Keolani, yes, in the initial broadcast, but 24 hours after that, then I can post it to YouTube and to Facebook. But if you want to see it live, yes, you'll have to be on Twitch, right? So if you guys want to go there, it's only easy. It doesn't cost anything. If you want to go there and subscribe. When you just twitch.tv. It's not .com. Twitch.tv. Okay? And then when you get there, just put my name, Andy Bumatai. Looks like this, right? Put that in the search box. Boom. And then you'll see me, and then, follow. I don't think they call it subscribe. I think they call it follow there. Oh, I love the Progresso shows and spin-offs. I guess this is a spin-off. I hadn't thought about that. Ooh, I know, I saw it. I thought, so what? I like, no. Breakfast for me with the morning twitch. Yeah, that'd be good. Like this morning, plenty of people, including me, were drinking coffee, and we're just, hey, good morning, everybody. Now you understand, morning here is 7 o'clock. Here was 10 o'clock in California, and what is that after that? Well, 2 o'clock or something in the afternoon. So it's not like this, it's kind of late on that side. Anyway, this is what we're thinking about, okay? And if you have some suggestions, we'd love to hear it. Oh, now you have to make one dance. Everybody do the twitch. Twitch and shout. Aloha no sale. Oh, is sale here? Okay, what time we got? Oh, about 10 minutes to 4. We'll bring them in at the top of the hour. And this is interesting because, they're 5 hours behind us. I didn't want to, call them early and go, bro, you like test? Because, it'd be like 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever in Japan. So I'm doing this without having tested with him. This should be interesting. Yep. Ooh. Oh, LinkedIn. Oh, I don't know if I told you, Brian, I applied to be able to stream into LinkedIn. Yeah, you have to fill out this application, and we'll see how it happens. I'm not holding my breath, I promise you that. Does this music sound scratchy to you? Hold on. No. Sorry. I'm having flashbacks to the Elgato mic. And you know what's weird? That mic that we had all the problems with here, that Elgato mic, I put it on the other station, right? It works fine. So I thought about, and I went, nah, let sleeping dogs lie. Right? Hey, Jason, mahalo for ake, you bugger. Glad to see everything is okay. Whew. I produce for fun and the Hamajang Ohana. Oh, yes, please. Love to see your stuff. 1300 East Coast, 13, and what is 1300? 12, 1, 2 o'clock. Okay, thank you. Sorry, military time. I grew up with that. My dad was in the army, but never stuck. Oh, music still loud, Andy. Oh, sorry. How's that better? Oh, I just went switch to Twitch. Oh, thanks, Miles. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know when we might rehearse one of these, the morning Twitch. But what I'll do is until they send me the letter that says I'm affiliate, and until I sign that letter agreeing not to multi-stream, I can do all platforms, which is what we did this morning. So I'm going to try it again maybe tomorrow morning. Right, pick a theme. And you know what's cool about this idea, what I like, is if one of the Hamajang gang, let's say, is good with lighting or sound or graphics or anything, right, I can bring that person in and talk to them. They don't have to be, quote, celebrities, as long as they know what they're talking about, and we'll know soon enough if the whole Hamajang gang is asking them questions, right? Do the Hamajang Twitch. Love it, Danny. The Hamajang Twitch. Oh, that's a good name for a dance. The Hamajang Twitch. Hey, what? You go like this. Toucan, Andy Bumatai. Discussion, please. You know, I don't know if my other cam is working. Hold on. Oh, we got 5 more minutes before. Let's see. No, that's not gonna work. Let's see. Oh, you know my other. Oh wait. Oh no, it's stuck. I can tell. Look. See, look. It froze up. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it. Ah, why do you do this, Hammer? You lazy bugger. Huh? Why do you do this to me? Oh man. Then I just bumped this camera, so now it's probably out of whack. Let's see. Yeah, see. Ah. Sorry. Sorry, camera. Never mean to bump you. Who's this? Oh, hey, look, it's Saleh. Hold on, let me answer. Saleva, how are you, my brother? You decided to come in early, huh?
Well, it's 11 o'clock. I usually get up 5:30. My dogs get me up at 12:30 every morning, so I'm an early birder.
Oh, right on. You know, most people who are successful in business get up early. You ever notice that?
Bruh, tell me about it. I've met some amazing business people, and I don't even know if they sleep. I can tell you some stories that are crazy. I get invited to this like stockholder kind of dinners here, and the people fly all over from the world who come to these meetings, owners of MGM, and I sit at the table and like the person sitting to your right is a billionaire. That lady owns $2 billion and this billion and that.
Yeah.
And when they talk business, all they talk is how much time they spend with their businesses, man. And it's like, that's why they make money. Bottom line.
But you know, I still think it's also important to have fun and enjoy yourself. And I've met some people that get all kind of money, but they never laugh. They never have fun. You know how important that is, right?
Exactly. But one thing I've noticed with some of these people is like they're more like they're just people that creative people, you know.
Yeah.
And the reason why they do what they do is because they wanted to create something that they found that could help other people too. So it's kind of crazy how they find something that it's a hobby and becomes their big money business stuff, yeah.
Well, you know what? That leads me into a good question that I have for you. You know, when you were doing the sumo thing, we understand that was a long time ago, and you know, and a period in your life. You have moved on since.
21 years ago.
Whew, 21 years ago, but still, the impression it made on people, especially in Hawaii, seeing one local boy out there doing it, you know. But the question was, you try so hard to get to the top, which you did. Mm-hmm. When you got there, was it everything you thought it would be?
Just harder, because then you have to learn how to kind of control your feelings within the ring and outside the ring. When you carry yourself, especially sumo, very traditional. It's more like a culture than a sport in Japan. So being a sumo tori, actually, you're representing a culture in Japan, and that's why it's highly respected here in Japan by the public. You know, we walk around and we're like lucky charms. You know,
wow.
So it was like you have to be at your best behavior at all times. Like even the little smallest things you do in public and somebody kind of report you to whatever, that could cost you your career. It doesn't matter if you was right or wrong.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to bring up chats here. Can you see that okay?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, yeah. You know, because when I was watching you, as everybody in my wife's family, it was, you know, it was a ritual, right? With, oh, hey, we got to watch, right? I noticed that if you ever lost a match, right, you did something I never saw any of the you showed a little frustration. You went and and you like that, and I never saw the other guys do that. Is that frowned upon, or is it?
That's the worst inside of where I came from, right? So that's something that I had to learn. And the reason why we're not supposed to be doing stuff like that is all comes from the culture of the sport, that we have to respect our opponents, win or lose. That's why that bow before the matches and the bow after the match is actually, that's the message that we give throughout the whole match, is the respect for each other no matter win or lose. That's what we're supposed to be cheering after a match, or even like hitting the ring, the doyle of just being pissed off, You're supposed to hold all your emotions in.
Right. But you know what? I tell you what, though, when I saw it, I went, I'll bet you he wants to go, again. But that was that little tapping of the ring. I said, I'll bet you that's him holding it in completely.
Yeah, I learned a lot holding in, man. And then a lot of my matches at the beginning, you see that a lot. But when you look into like 4 years into my career, that really didn't happen no more.
Yeah,
I just like bite down and kind of walk off, and that's something I've learned and I've respected, and I'm glad it's part of the sport, because it's hard to find any rugged sport, contact sport that people walk away, feeling good.
Right.
And you lose, you know what I mean?
and that's something else I think is a fallacy for people who don't really know sumo. Oh, it's just a bunch of big guys trying to push each other. The beginning of those matches, you guys are throwing blows, bro. The one that hits the neck, when that. How the heck can you breathe after that?
Well, the tournament itself is like the testing area, but this is what's a practice session, man. It's not anything close like that, man. We kill each other in practice for like hours. And when I joined, practice session started at 4:30 in the morning, which is with every day.
Wow.
It doesn't matter when the weather was freaking 100 degrees or it was minus 10 degrees. You was naked. You're butt naked. You was like in your juice, bro. And like during the cold weather, your feet is like numb because you cannot feel it, because that's how cold the clay is.
Yeah.
It's not like we had any like heaters or anything my time. Even when it was super hot, like humid, no fans in the practice area. So it's really makes you freaking kind of crazy tough, man.
Yeah. Here's something from Taz. I don't know if you can read that. Mahalo for
I see it.
Yeah, you see that? He's thanking you for visiting the service member camps when he was in the service.
Yeah, I think I did something with some services, some combined things with the Japan Army and the American Army up in Sendai. They flew me over with the helicopter from here in Tokyo, Roppongi and stuff. I did that a few times with the military here in Japan. So.
Okay. Hey, Kamoela Man wants to know what's up with your cap.
Oh, this is my brand. It's a Sumo brand. It's SB52. It's Konishiki's brand. So it's Sumo brand 52. Koni. It's a new era that I designed myself.
But does wearing that cap turn your hair that color?
Yep.
Nah, bro.
I couldn't find the sunshine, so I had to make my hair sunshine. The sunset, we from the sunset side, we're God's country, on the west side. We always see sunset every day. So.
Yeah, well, back small kid times, we used to call that ehu.
The ehu hair, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. I'm so big that there's nothing hard to dress myself and kind of be fashionable. So all I do is I just paint my hair.
But
every 3 months.
Has there been a wrestler since you that carried the kind of weight you did?
Oh, there's a lot.
Plenty now.
There's some big boys, man. Even my time, there was a few guys, but they didn't make it up to the high rank.
Oh, that's
you gotta remember when I was wrestling, we had 150 active sumo rikshi, sumo torin,
Yeah.
And the thing is, out of 850, only 60 can make it.
Wow.
And then the position I was, there's only like five to six of us in the top, it's the champions and the grand champions and stuff. So.
We have a couple.
And every time you lose a tournament, you lose your rank. So.
Oh man. Oh, that's gotta be.
It's hard work, bro.
Talk about pressure.
Yeah, pressure, bro. Every tournament, and then and I think sumo athletes, well, you can call them athletes. They're the only one that banks to lend money because they don't know what rank's going to be next tournament.
Oh man.
Because every other month.
Yeah. So here's Eric Kawabata, and he go, I like buying a hat. Are they for sale? Can you get it anywhere?
Yeah, it's this first brand is this first design. I just started this during Corona. There was nothing to do, so I just created my own brand. It just like 2 months now. But even the shirt is my brand.
Oh yeah.
It's the whole thing is my brand. Like I guess.
Oh yeah. Look at that. So how can people buy that if they want to? Is there a website or something?
And that's the biggest problem I have because it cannot send anything to the U.S. right now.
Oh, so we'll wait for that, and then when you can, let us know.
But if people in Hawaii would they inbox me, I already got some things in boxes. The next time I go home, I bring them with me. So there's some people who order it and stuff. I tell them, bro, sending the damn thing is more expensive than the hat itself.
Yep. Hey, here's a question from Terry Gilmore. She says, "Do sumo wrestlers have to grow their hair to make the top knot?"
It's mandatory. And then if you lose your hair while you're doing your career, they ask you to retire.
Oh, you mean if you go bald?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
If you cannot do that, not on a dump, or your ponytail on the top, you're kind of forced to retire.
Oh man, I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Hey, here's a question I want to ask you, and this would be the last question about the sumo years, right? You have the children's show, okay?
Yeah.
And you're very likable, often very funny, often very silly. I see some of the YouTube things you do. I mean, it's just you let go and no shame. Did you have to, for lack of a better word, fight that side of yourself to be the aggressive wrestler?
I was always known as a clown, but during my career, it was very hard to kind of be that clown in a very serious place in sumo. So in sumo, once I became a champion, I was a champion for like 7.5 years.
Yeah.
So being a champion, meaning you represent this sport, you represent this culture, this sumo association 24/7. So I couldn't be the clown. I wanted to be the clown when I go into public. But I was always the clown behind doors with all my friends. They all knew me, the same guy that they knew me in high school.
Yeah.
The Simply Solid guy. You can stay at the Simply Solid. You see now that I'm retired, I run my own company. I run my own things. Like, all you see is that it's all me, man. All 400 pounds of it.
Well, that's down about 250 from the sumo days, right?
For reals, brother. For reals.
And was that for health reasons, or you just tired of being that big?
I'm tired of. I was, at my biggest, I was like traveling the world. I was in Jamaica, I was in Turkey, I was in Germany. I was like traveling all over the place doing TV documentaries.
Yeah.
Documentary for Japan. And I just told myself when I was like 45, I think, I just told my company, hey, you know what? It's time to like kind of find a way to get this body down because I don't have it. I don't take any medication. I'm not diabetic. I'm not high blood pressure. I don't have any physical problems. But being big because of my injuries during my career, I was hurting. I still hurt today. Even the weight I have now, it's got to cut down at least another 60, 70 pounds, I think. From where I'm at right now. But yeah, I had to cut down because I wanted to be more mobility, man.
Right. Well, and I mean, you try to travel on a plane and you're 600 pounds. I mean, it's an issue, right? You got to have 2 seats, even if you have first class and all that kind, right?
Bro, they flew me on Air France one time. What they did is they made the chair. They put pillows in the chair so they make it as high as the elbows. So they would bring the strap and strap me into the chair when we fly off.
Yeah.
But when we got up in the air, and that was first class, like this, a lot of room. So what they would do when we got off the air and the seatbelt lights went off, they would actually put like beds on the floor, and I'll be laying on the floor, real comfortable, all the way down to Switzerland or something. It was crazy. They did everything. Like even United Airlines, they had like a love seat made for us. Because of me, they made this seat where it's a love seat. You don't have the middle, so I have a big chair, and that's the chair they used when Chad Akebono was traveling. Because you know, I always tell them, bro, why United Airlines? Because they have the freaking love chair that you guys could sit comfortable in.
Right. Well, but I'm guessing they were happy to accommodate you because you are an icon representing a culture, right?
For sure, because some of those airlines was the sponsor of the programs I was doing anyway.
Oh.
So they kind of went out of the way and kind of did all that for me to travel.
So I want to talk about the kids show. You know, did you come up with the concept? Did they come to you? How did that happen?
They came to me like almost 20 years ago. And the concept, because they knew I did the Konishiki Kids Foundation, which is my foundation I did out of the Waianae area, where I took kids from Waianae and bring them to Japan for like 10 years and stuff. So right after I retired, the last year of my career, 1996. So they saw that. So they thought I love kids. I do love kids. I like working with kids. And, you know, and then they came with the concept and everything. So this TV program, don't laugh, but they have this local brother from the kind of Waianae Holly can speak English. They got, my show is called Nihongo de Asobo, meaning playing with Japanese language, which is I'm teaching Japanese kids how to speak Japanese. I can't even speak English, you know.
Wow. How did now? Okay, that surprises me because why wouldn't Japanese kids know how to speak Japanese?
The proper, you know, like Sesame Street, where you have vocabulary and proper way of speaking English. So it's the same thing, and they're taking vocabulary that is proper Japanese. Because as time goes on, even the language changes here. They got street talk. You know, they say things in Japanese today that somebody who's in the 70s will understand what the kids are saying. You know, street talk, street language.
Yeah, Pidgin.
Yeah, Pidgin, which is a younger person's language. Yeah. And so what the program does is the program has won so much awards. They're like one of the number one. It's been the top kids program for the past, I guess, 17 years now.
Wow. Yeah. You know, I was talking. I mentioned to you when we spoke that I was talking to Kamasami Kong, and he was saying that he walked down the street with you and the kids are just like, you know, whoa, they go crazy and they know nothing, of course, of your sumo background.
Exactly. They learn it from their parents. Even their parents are younger than, because I've been in Japan for this is my 39th year since I left Hawaii.
Yeah.
And the show itself it's on its air for 18 years now. And so there's a lot of kids who've been watching. Some of the kids are like company owners. Every time I go somewhere, there's a person in the back in the counter looking at me, and their boss will tell them, you know, you can see it, you know. And like a couple of days ago, I was at a restaurant, and a girl like ready to cry, like I watched you when I was 3 years old, 6 years old, and you know, I said, how old are you now? I'm 27. Oh, okay. I feel like an old man now.
That's okay though, but you know, with living in Japan for so long, right? What are some of the things that you experience in Japan, or the way they do things that you miss when you come to back home?
Well, I guess one of the biggest things that's so different with Japan is like you cannot get people to relax. Like, you know, it's even my good friends. All my good friends, most of them, they're like, when we go out, everybody's like always kind of like 2 steps away because they're like, no, it's Konishiki, and then we don't want anybody to talk to him, and I'm not comfortable with stuff like that. I always tell everybody when I'm around, you guys better be yourselves, because I hate when people are like try to protect. You know, don't try to protect me. I think I can pretty much beat up anybody I wanted to. You know. But be cool, just relax. I get uncomfortable because everybody else is not comfortable. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
And then when I go home, I feel so relaxed wherever I go. Even I see brothers or sisters or friends and
Yeah.
families on the street. Which is I can understand, but at the same time, my good friends, I have to. Even my mother-in-law. Even I've been married to my wife for about 18 years now, and we've been together almost 20 years. Even today, my mother-in-law won't even sit down in my apartment, my place.
Is that a traditional female role in Japan or something?
It's just obviously it's traditional. She's like that, and just the respect, the name Konishiki. I don't give a shit
Yeah,
what
exactly.
this tag is.
Yeah,
Be normal. So it's so funny for Japanese culture to have a husband goes into their wife's home, right?
Yeah.
So a couple years ago, I told my wife, "I'll go check out you. I know where you guys live. Let's just go." Mom not comfortable. I thought, well, she's gonna get comfortable right now. I just went one day and I just slept in the house.
Wow.
And then, I try to make her comfortable, but it's awkward. I respect that, and just trying to be comfortable every place I go is the hardest thing to do right now. I hardly go out. I just go out. I go out to restaurants that my friends own, or hang out with my friends most of the time. My good friends, yeah.
Yeah, that's always the beautiful part about when you go back to Y&I, right? The brothers, right? They say, "Hey, you so what, bro? You working?"
Yeah, Hawaii as a whole, if you're not on the internet and stuff,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't really know. They think I just in Japan just sitting around, but the people that watch me through my Facebook and Instagram, they kind of notice that I'm all over the place, and just me. I hate to sit around and wait for solutions. I always think that if I don't get out there and make things happen, it ain't gonna happen at all. Period. So it's just me. I like to be motivated. I motivate myself when I see people.
Mm-hmm. Well, were you? Compared to me, you are a young man still, right? And I've been wondering, when did you adopt the whole social media online thing? Because when texting from your phone and Instagramming and all that kind. When did that happen for you?
I think I just seriously started this stuff maybe 5-6 years ago.
Oh.
And the thing is, I learned because my band are all younger than me.
Oh, yeah.
When I travel, when I singing, when I do shows, my band, they all one is computer engineer, and they do something with computers all the time. So even when I bought a phone, I would sit with them most of the time to try to learn how to do anything, even to get on Facebook or anything. So I've learned over the years, and now everybody thinks I have somebody actually posting my stuff and filming everything. I'm actually filming everything myself. You notice?
Yeah.
I just edit my, the little stuff I can edit over the phone, and then I post it and stuff. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's been only 5-6 years, I think. Oh, but one thing I can tell you, I think I was the first probably athlete or guys involved in sports that actually started a homepage.
Really?
Even a Sumo association didn't have a homepage when I started.
Wow.
But I didn't know that because IBM Japan was a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And they told me, hey, you can start this homepage thing where you can talk to people by internet and stuff like that. So yeah, I started a long time ago. And then if you go look back, there's a page called Ekomomai Konishiki or something. That's an old page that's the first time I started. And even they used to give me a camera, and I used to take over my tours, and I used to take photos of my tours, and I used to post it. So if I didn't know how to use a computer, they gave me a laptop too, IBM. I even had a desktop that IBM gave to me in my house, so I used it.
Yeah.
And every time I had a problem, IBM would actually fly out to where I was in Japan on a tour, and actually teach me how to do it and stuff.
Wow. Must be nice. I'm a little problem with my computer. Bring in IBM.
Yeah, because I did some programs with IBM where I talked with kids in Hawaii. Because IBM had an office down there by Ward, I think it was.
Yeah,
so
the IBM building.
Yeah, the building. That building is something else right now. But they had a bunch of kids from Hawaii who was talking live with me. That's where it all started. They wanted me to talk to the kids IBM. That's when they were just starting that ICU, you see me kind of like how we're doing right now. It wasn't normal. Wow. You know, you can do it on your phones and laptops now, but before you had to go actually do a lot of technical stuff to really do something like that.
You know, you mentioned traveling with your band. You know, how much time do you spend with that? How much time do you travel? I know you've been a musician for a long time. What kind of music are you playing for those who may not know?
My band, when I travel small, I take 3 pieces, and normally a 5-piece band. But when I do big shows, I got like 10-piece band. I got a whole brass, drummers and keyboards and everybody on my big band when I do the big shows and stuff. But actually, because of Corona, I usually do like 100 to 150 to 200 shows a year.
Oh, wow! So,
I do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but and what kind of music are you doing?
We do Hawaiian music, we do pop music, I do a lot of Japanese music, and I do a lot of children music because of my show. So the events I do is actually focused on children or on a Hawaiian event or a lot of corporate stuff I do. I've been on those big ships and stuff, sailing and performing for like 4 shows on a 10-day cruise and stuff like that.
So I'm guessing the Hawaiian the Japanese corporate gigs, they must go crazy when you show up.
All my big corporate jobs are actually in Hawaii is actually from Japanese corporates, and that's the reason why I do a lot of shows in Waikiki, which is not open to public. It's all Japanese corporate. Yeah. And they've used my house too in Hawaii to do events at my house too. So this year we had like 4 planned to do at my house this year, but I guess everything fell in the hole. But yeah, a lot of work with corporates. In fact, there's a lot of more private things I do for corporates than public stuff.
Wow. So when you come back to Hawaii, is it primarily just to relax, or of course if you have the corporate gigs, but is it just someplace now where you go, hey, I just kind of unwind a little?
Once I get into my gate, I don't even come out. I stay home, bro.
Wow.
I don't even leave my place.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. It's beautiful, that little place you built there.
And then I just love to cook, so I invite all my friends and whoever comes over. And the only problem now, I was younger then where I can stay up all night, but now everybody stay up all night party, but I go sleep, man. The only reason why I would get up 4 o'clock in the morning when cops come and I gotta go apologize because my nieces and nephews are yelling all night, making noise. That never changed in a one-night goes,
Yeah, well, and that's the first time it happened in that area, right?
Yeah, first time, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, bro, we don't want me full, and your house is beautiful. It's right there on the beach, and oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's been a dream, of mine to own something of my own in Hawaii, even though I have my family's home in Nanakuli. Yeah. But when I wanted to buy or build a house, I went all over Japan. All over Oahu. I went down Diamond Head, and I went down like Haleiwa side, the Kailua. It didn't feel the same. That's different vibe, man. The air is not different, just how the place. And then when I went back, the lot I have now is like, I asked my friend, hey, how come this lot is always open, man? This is where we used to walk to go catch body shop at the waves and kick the shells, man. Who owns this land? Well, it's on foreclosure, and then that led into like, bro, I'd rather come live on my west side than anything else. If possible, maybe I can buy it or something. I end up buying it. Yeah. But I'm glad I did. I love the west side, man.
But you built that you built that house, right? How involved were you in the design of it? Because it looks like a combination of Japan and Hawaii.
I designed the whole thing myself, the way I wanted it. Wow. When I was traveling all over the world doing filming and documentary, I used to take a camera with me, and then if I see something that like I wanted to kind of incorporate to my home, I would film it, and I'll bring it back and study it. So you gotta come visit me at my house. Maybe you can do a show from my house. But actually, the house is just big. It's nothing fancy about it. the living room just open up, and the rooms are big. And I just told my architect about my family and my friends are all big, so make sure the floor can hold and the walls can hold, because sometimes when somebody gets drunk, they like punch the wall. I like them broke their hand when they punch my walls. I know, like any holes in my wall, I like their hand broke, so they learn that no punch my walls. When you go your house, you punch your walls. So that house is solid. You can hit bottom and you're gonna crack your head, guarantee.
You know, that's so funny. I actually did a routine like that in my act. I said, you know what? I said, when the brothers, you know, when they make money, they make their walls core, cause you know they brought up poke one hole. Oh,
that's so true, bro.
It is though.
The most important is the doors are big.
Yeah.
The floors are solid, and those walls are solid. Anything else, not worrying.
You know, because you know after that 12th beer, you know, bro, you know what hey, pump your brakes, bro. Pretty soon, boom.
And so you know, I'm glad nobody broke their hand yet, because they probably all know that freaking wall's pretty solid. So.
Oh man, that's great. You know, I've actually been to your house one time. I don't know if you remember. Years ago, you were doing some kind of talk show or something from that house. Do you remember this?
Oh, that's right. You came to Konishiki's house.
Yeah. And you were still wrestling at the time and stuff. And and we did some kind of show there. I forget what it was.
Yeah. We did my talk show. I had a talk show on PBS. That's why.
That's what it was.
So
yeah.
I created my own show. I had a talk show for a whole year. I produced it and created myself, because I stayed out 1 year. That's when I came home to work on myself.
Yeah.
I just told my company I ain't working for 1 whole year. I'm going to focus on getting smaller, and I did the surgery a year and a half later, about a year and 2 months later.
Yeah.
The surgery. So I came home to actually lose weight and get healthy, and so I thought I cannot be sitting around doing nothing. Then I created that show, Konishiki's house or something like that. It was.
Yeah. I remember that show. But you know what? Other than just the actual size, the sumo diet and regimen, all those sumo guys, they're actually pretty healthy. You know, when I seen like the kind you do the splits, you know, and you can stretch better than guys weigh 150 pounds, bro.
Well, stretching is a huge part of sumo, and balance is about sumo too. If you look at this guy's legs, if you look at their thighs and their okoles, man, it's all power, man.
Yeah.
And because the sumo squats we do, and flexibility is a way to prevent injuries too. For people who butt heads like over all year round, like you gotta think, like we practice like heavy duty practice like a month and a half before every tournament. And then you go to a tournament, you come back, you do the routine again. And imagine if people wasn't flexible enough, there'll be more injuries, you know?
Yeah.
You'll be involved. And a lot of these guys have like twisted ankles, like my fingers are broken fingers, the fingers are twisted from sumo.
Mm-hmm.
But they learn how to fight with the pain and stuff. But flexibility is something they need, because it helps prevent more injuries.
But you know, when you see those big guys, you know, like stretching like that, you think, man, I got to get off my okole and stretch a little bit, you know. Hey, we have a question.
We have a lot of people that came, like surfers, world-class surfers, basketball players, NFL football players, and they came, even some MMA fighters came and visited, and a lot of them really cannot do the sumo exercises because the flexibility is different. Yeah. And if you notice how a 400-pounder can be on one feet and lift the other leg up with balance, that's one of the hardest exercises to do. A lot of people cannot do that.
Wow. We have a question here. It says, this is from Auntie Bagel, and she's wondering, Sally, do you have any children?
I just got 2 beautiful golden retrievers, no kids.
Okay.
I got my Konishiki Kids Foundation, so all the kids I work with, I still see in my community, and they stay in touch with me. So no kids, but I raised my golden retrievers, and they're like my sons.
Here's Pualani. She says, I was wondering about the sumo diet.
Sumo diet is only 2 meals a day. They eat what we call chanko nabe. It's like a stew. Basically, the soup would be maybe made out of miso, shoyu, kimchi, or even salt. And then basically a lot of protein. A lot of vegetables. Guys like Bo Jackson and Bosworth who came and visit me when they're doing their careers. They're like freaking out. How the hell can sumo wrestlers get too big? It's not really um, the amount. Is the way they eat every day. It's only 2 meals a day. So their first meal a day is like probably 11:30 because they practice all morning. They're not allowed to swallow anything before practice, which is all morning.
Yeah.
And then the next meal is 6 o'clock. So we digest differently. After your first meal of the day, which is lunch, you have to go sleep. You sleep and then you keep your weight on, I guess, when you sleep, right?
Yeah.
So that's one of the ways where they keep the weight on. But actually what they're eating is very healthy. Very healthy. No more fast foods.
Yeah.
That's when you get higher, you get a little bit money and you can go get burgers and you can eat in your futong and hide them from your senior wrestlers. You're going to bust it. They go tell you, hey, bring that stuff here and they eat them,
Yeah. But is it a rumor that you guys were allowed to drink plenty beer if you wanted to?
Oh, bro, you can drink.
Really?
You can drink. Yeah. When I used to drink, like, I really wasn't a liquor guy, but when we used to drink, when sumo wrestlers go out and sumo wrestlers drink,
Yeah.
it's like wrestling. It's like fighting each other, bro. Everybody try to prove each other, try to kill everybody.
Oh, I get it.
So like, I have so much stories. Like, I went to this bar and then I saw one of the guys I just lost to in a tournament. So we drank and we end up drinking like 200 big bottles now, Japanese big bottles of beer.
Wow.
200. So I go to the next bar and bring the beer from the next bar. By the time I look around, the guy who I lost to, I lost to. He was gone. He ran. I go, brah, don't run away. We try to kill each other in practice. Not only in practice, but when you drink,
Yeah.
So the worst drinking is like I was sitting. One of my sittings, I was drink like 6 bottles of tequila, bro.
Oof.
6 bottles tequila of vodka. 6 bottles, bro. For quarts. I'm talking quarts now. And you're not allowed to chase anything with water. You have to drink with beer. That's the rule.
And that's just because of the competitive nature of all the guys, right?
Everything comes competitive. No matter what you do. When we're eating like shabu shabu and stuff, when you start eating, bro, you eating your meat cooked, bro. Like you eating meat raw. Then everybody started eating raw and like it's just fat guys being kids.
Wow. But here's a question from Taz Tamashiro. What is your favorite Japanese dish?
I'm a raw fish guy, bro. I love sushi.
Yeah.
But more raw fish. I eat a lot of raw fish. I hardly eat meat anymore.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fish I eat in my diet right now, so I love fish. Maybe chicken. Even though I'm doing all these barbecues like almost twice a week now, so.
Wow. Here's Eric Kawabata. Sale, loved you in Miso Hungry on Amazon Prime.
Whoa. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I filmed I don't even remember.
Oh,
Somebody just reminded me that I was on a movie what movie? I don't remember. Oh, Tokyo Drift. Oh, okay. Like, I don't remember a lot of stuff I do already. Must be the brain.
Is that because you did so much and a lot of it was probably the organization saying, oh, we're going to send you out to do this? Or, like to be in a movie,
No, that's all after I retired. A lot of stuff happened after retirement.
Oh, it's retirement. Oh, okay.
So within this 21 years, I did so much different stuff.
Yeah.
I was like the #1 commercial guy in Japan.
Yeah. Well, I can see why. What do you think?
Yeah, and so I was like doing commercial every week, photo shoot every week. After retirement, that first 5 years I was on TV almost every day. Wow. I had regular TV programs that I did for my first 5 years after retirement and stuff. And between that, I was doing like dinner shows and stuff. It was crazy. It was crazy time for me, but fun too. It's not something I had to be coached for. I just did it because they said I could do it, and I did it.
Yeah. It's like Elvis.
I don't know how Elvis went, but he's that's about. You tell me to do something, and I'm getting paid for it. I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He goes, you do the movies. A lot of people said they were campy or whatever, but I had fun. I got paid, and
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, here's a question. I'm guessing you didn't speak much Japanese before you went to Japan, right? Did the
Yeah.
language come easy to you?
Not really. My first year, I was more like a listener. I had to listen to a lot of stuff because of my position in the sumo stable. And everything is seniority. So most of the words I learned was gotendes and height. But in fact, in high school, my second language subject was Japanese.
Oh.
And I got kicked out of class the first 2 weeks, I think, because all I knew how to say is "Konnichiwa, Sakahara Sensei, Sayonara, Sakahara Sensei," and I would go fall asleep because I would put on my shades to hide my eyes, and then I would close my eyes and then fall asleep, and then when I hear the pages, I just turn the page and make like I was reading it, but she would boss me and my friends, so we had to quit, and we went to Hawaiian language where we cheated every test.
The kind you were the brothers in the back of the class.
That's what it was in Japanese.
Yeah.
But the good thing about Hawaiian, all my classmates, Jeff Rasmussen and Analu, Aina, those guys are all pure Hawaiian. They know all the Hawaiian stuff, so they used to cheat. They used to give us all the answers.
So to them was easy. Yeah.
Easy. Eti Kalama was the best. You make us lie like that a little bit.
So what's coming up now? I mean, you're probably going to continue to do the children's show. You have your foundation. You got the merch, right, coming up. We'll be looking for the the website address when that's ready. And what else? Because I know you're always working on something.
Right now, I'm actually one of the projects I'm working right now. I'm putting together a food truck for Japan, and it's a trailer. I want to cover Japan. That's one of the projects. And as we speak, I'm actually finally writing a book that I think that I'm writing. Mm-hmm. I've done a lot of Japanese books here, but it was like a collaboration with some newspaper or some magazine. But actually writing a book, I have two people who's helping me write my book, and it's like the real stuff. Talk about really what an 18-year-old, what the 18-year-old goes with, what the mind plays with, And then the one question I always ask myself after my whole career is, how the hell did me, like 18-year-old from Nanakuli, get through this, Yeah. Because it's not normal, you come in with like fire and they just throw water in you and your fire just goes off with smokes, right? So you only see the smoke, but it's just a learning process, the progress and the steps we take to get to where I am today. I just wanted people don't have to learn about my career. You can go Google and you will see, but what goes and who I meet, people that encourage me, inspire me, and what made me the person I am today. That book is something that I'm always looking forward to right now too. Probably I can drop it next year sometime during the summer or in May or something. So that's some of the stuff, and hopefully when everything gets back to normal, then mix it up again. Get back into singing and entertaining and stuff like that. And I just created my own barbecue sauce. So the barbecue sauce actually is paying my bills right now.
Yeah. Somebody said, look at this, Midori said, he produced barbecue sauce. Yeah, so somebody here knew, in the Hamajang gang knew of your barbecue sauce already.
Yeah, man, we've been hustling, and what I did, because we're not allowed to do any events, what I've done is I've contacted all my close friends all over Japan. So I've been to Okinawa and Hokkaido already. In fact, I'm going this week to Osaka and stuff. It's all my friends. I tell them, hey, I know you guys do barbecues. Let me cook for you guys. Just get the ingredients and come and cook for all your friends, whatever. Let me know how much people. I'll tell you how much stuff you need, and you guys go buy it and come and cook. So that's what I've been doing, and then I would take my sauce there, and people would buy it, and then, it's doing pretty well for like selling them out of the trunk. You know what I mean?
I know when you first went to Japan, I think it was you were 18. Takamiyama was a mentor to you, right? I mean,
and he still is, man.
Still is.
Yeah.
That is the piece I think a lot of the kids from the country lack. That person to look up to, say, if Saleva can do it, hey, maybe I can do it.
That is so important, and if having Jesse here, Takamiyama here, it really helped me, because and then it's different because it's a different culture, it's a different country, it's not English, it's Japanese now. Like the barriers is much different than you sending a kid to try to go to college in the US, because it's just a different Hawaii culture and mainland culture. But here it's completely a different culture. The language itself, the way people walk, the way people talk, the way they respect, their lifestyles are different. And having Jesse to be here and be my guidance is a huge help. You know, he's doing really well. He's probably what, 77 right now. Yeah. He looks like Santa Claus. I tease him Santa Claus right now, or I tease him Kentucky Fried Chicken old man. That's what all the Japanese call him, because he has his beard all white and stuff. And he's doing really well, you know. And Jesse did open the doors for all the foreigners. I came in with the opportunity and did what I could with Sumo, and now Sumo is actually, ever since I've joined, Chad came in and ruled the world, and Musashimaru came in and ruled Sumo, and the Hawaii guys just came and took over the whole Sumo. Now it's taken over by Mongolians, you know?
Yeah. And then they're skinnier too, yeah, those guys.
Yeah, Mongolians has a similar kind of sport in Mongolia where it's wrestling. Yeah. It's standing up wrestling, yeah? So it kind of similar. That's why they do a lot of throws.
Yeah.
You notice the local brothers there and pound you.
Yeah.
Because we pound people. But you notice the Mongolians, they get real technical and they try to throw people. We don't throw people, we blast people.
Wow, yeah.
And that's what our style. We bought power, and our bodies was big enough to do that. And the power and the speed we had for big bodies that's the kind of sumo that was perfect we're made for. So if we went to technical side, we always get our butts kicked anyway. Because they're technical wise, they're better on technique and stuff, no matter how big we were.
Yeah. You know, when it comes to the kids, and you deal with a lot of them, both in Japan and Hawaii, especially the West Coast Waianae kids, you know, what quality do you try to instill into the country kids from the West side? Yeah, I mean, what do you see as the one thing they might lack that you go, you know, bro, no shame, you gotta, you know, you good, because a lot of times, you know, coming from that side, right, you feel like, nah, I cannot, you know, whatever, you know. How do you instill that?
If you notice, you and I, we are both from the Waianae side, and if you notice, kids are from outside, people, as a norm, are kind of super humble people, man, to a point where you have to like put a fire under them, they go explode. And that's the biggest, you know, that contrast. Like, you either really pissed off, or you just humble, or you just shy, you know. So I'm trying to find a way where they can use that same energy, that hyper energy, and put it to something that they're interested in. And what I noticed, because I visit the school a lot when I come home, is these kids naturally, a lot of them are good with their hands. So I don't think we have enough programs to actually help these kids, like in art. Like, I watch these kids drawing and stuff, and things they brag about to me is like, wow, look at my pencil. My father buy me this nice pencil. And they're like, you know, to me, well, wow, this is incredible. I thought, you guys have an art class? I said, no. And these kids are all drawing around me. And then they have an ukulele that goes around the school, and the same ukulele I saw in the morning. I thought, hey, that's the ukulele I saw this. Oh, yeah, but that's the guy's ukulele. Everybody plays ukulele. And they're not even learning from a teacher. They're just learning and watching from what their surroundings are. So our greatest strength is finding a way for these kids to take that talent to the next level, which I know we have a lot of great artists and musicians and art, you know, in our communities. Yeah. We can just find a way to funnel all that energy to a class where professionals can actually handle our kids. And the thing is, you know, a lot of our families come from broken families. You know, a lot of kids that I brought on my Konishiki Kids program, a lot of them lived with grandma and grandpa, or they live with auntie and uncle, or they live with a single mom.
Or they live on the beach.
That's something that we got to deal with, you know.
Yeah, you know, when I speak at the high schools and stuff, right? And I was trying to, you know, like, you know, how you be successful and stuff like that, right? One time I picked the biggest brother, right? I mean, this guy could lick me no problem, and he's in 9th grade, right? I pick him, he stand up. I said, brother, you would throw at me, bro. You would scrap with me. Oh yeah, no shame. You would, right, bro? But you scared. I push him. Hey, wow, bro, don't push me. And I go, see how you bringing that energy. Okay, now ask me for a job. all of a sudden they're looking at the ground. Oh, you know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I say exactly what you said. You have to take that one energy and shift it into the other thing, you know, because the energy is there.
It is a lot of energy. These kids are self-made. They know how to survive.
Yeah.
And one of the things, like something you said, one example I use is money. So I sit down and the kids, they all know my house is on Miley. I get up, bro, you guys see Uncle's house, right? Yeah. You guys like that kind of house? Yeah, we like them, Uncle. I go, bro, you know what? The easiest thing I've done is build the house. And they go, what? Why you say that? Yeah, because the easiest thing I've done is build the house. You know, I worked hard, I got the money, I built the house. But the thing I deal with now is, how do I keep my house now? You can get anything in life, but keeping is the biggest problem you gotta deal with, and you gotta survive with it. The house is paid for, but you gotta pay water bill, you gotta pay the pool guy, you gotta pay electric, you gotta pay internet, you gotta pay. So this is what I can relate to. These your parents is doing the same thing. So remember, when your mom and dad are driving to downtown to work every day from Monday to Friday, gasoline costs maybe $200 if they're driving 2 cars. And if they're putting food on your table, that's another what, $400 to $400 a week.
Yeah.
And if you're going to school having supplies, if you add it up, it costs like $3,000 a month, even if you're renting or you have a loan to pay for. So you tell me, if you watch MTV with all the hip hop stuff going on, and you see all these guys with gold and like, what's up, this and that, and Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, half of these guys don't even own it.
Yeah.
Okay. They're just renting the thing for a video. So you tell me, I tell the kids, you tell me, you like own something or you like rent something? You like drive on little freaking Corona or you like drive on Benz?
Yeah.
So they say, oh, we drive Benz. Well, you ain't gonna get it by digging holes in the walls, bro. You're not gonna get them by digging holes in the freaking ground. Yeah. You gotta be that person to write the check, because that's the guys that really get the money to buy Benz.
Yeah.
Okay? So you guys gotta listen. What you're doing right now is gonna come to you later on in life. So that's why it's important to look down into your paper and your pencil and make sure you listen to your teachers, your leaders, and you get smart. Because if you use the pu'o, your mana'o up here, it's going to make your body look better, make your body feel better, and make your family feel better, because you're going to buy things that you like. It's not what you can afford, it's what you like you want to go with life.
Yeah.
Anybody can get what they can afford. It's what you like, because what you like is more expensive.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I tell the kids.
Wow. And you know what? Where did you get that? Did you get that from your parents?
Oh, exactly. Foundation is family, man. Yeah. And I don't like the better thing is life. It's just like the house in Hawaii. I tell people the only reason why I built it, I wanted to prove to my community. I came from a family that had a station wagon that had no windows. My dad and mom come from Samoa. My dad just passed away this year in January, and they speak broken English. He survived to raise 10 kids in Hawaii. Wow. So I know what it is, you know? Yeah. And it's not what we want. At the end of the day, is how much. My dad always told me, if you cannot help anybody, you're not even rich. And that's my thing. I always try to help my family, help people I can. Yeah. You know? Just as good as you can help another person. Yeah. Money comes and goes, but people that you help will forever, you know?
Right. And you know what? If more people understood the joy you get from helping somebody, especially when you help them when they're young, 20 years later they come back, you know, bruh, wasn't for you, I would have been, you know, OCCC, you know.
Hey, one of the girls that actually do the weather report on Channel 4 is actually Konishiki kids. Oh. One of the girl, Sasha, who's like a comedian now.
Yeah, I know her. Kid. Yeah, she's good.
Yeah. And then she's a Konishiki kid, and then a lot of these kids who write back to me and you know, bring tears to me. There's a girl graduated from UH. She wrote me a letter and she told, you know, Uncle, you know, people don't know, but when I went to school in UH, people used to stare at me and I didn't know why until later on I figured out. She was a homeless and she was living in Makaha in the park. And the only place she had light to do homework was in the bathroom. So her slipper would be stepping on all shishi and all that stuff. And she never knew that her slipper was the smell. Because she was already normal to the shop. She was a norm to the smell, and she didn't know other people noticed that when she went to school. And, you know, thankful to God that, you know, I went through and made it through and I graduated college with a degree. And, you know, stuff like that bring tears to my eyes. And I tell you, even the ones that didn't make it, they always come and visit me. I say, bro, well, it's not a mistake. It's just something in life that you got to deal with. Now you're young, you got a baby, and you're only 19. Now you have a responsibility. It's not the end of the world. You just got to deal with it, brother. And don't lay down and say, "Geez, I screw up." Bro, work. You have an energy. You're young. You can work 2 jobs. I know you can work 2 jobs because I do the same. And and that's when I was in my 40s. Though, if I can do what I do, you can do even more because you're younger. You have more energy.
Yeah.
You take care of your family, everything will fall in place. Just take care of your family.
Wow. Well, you know what, Sully? On behalf of, those of us from the Waianae area, those of us from Hawaii, and those of us from the United States, what you did in Japan makes us proud right across the board, bro. So, hey, thanks so much for being here. And I got to tell you, that was absolutely inspirational, my brother.
Well, that's what inspires me. Being from Hawaii and being something that I know I represent. And taking pride of the name I carry, Atisaon, my father's name, man. The blood I carry is something important to me. So I cannot do anything to embarrass my family. And that's what the Polynesian family is all about. Taking pride of who you are and taking pride of the family name you carry. But we all in Hawaii understand that. There shouldn't be a way that shouldn't be you be falling off the trail that you're supposed to be on, Yeah. Progress comes with work, and then of course you're going to fail. I've failed many times, but that doesn't mean he's going to stop you from where you want to go. You have the keys to your house. You either open the door or you close the door yourself. Choices are made every day. Choices, good and bad, are good. So you ever make a good choice or bad choice? If you have a trouble making a choice, lean over. There's a brother and a sister, a father and mother, an auntie, uncle who's willing to help. Ask for help. Don't be ashamed, because that's probably the best advice you're going to get. Not from the internet, more from your kupunas or from your family and stuff. Ohana.
Wow. Amazing. And that is the perfect note to end on. I hope that is indelibly etched in everyone's mind to pass on. Oh, that's great stuff. Hey, I'd love to do this again sometime if you're okay
Yeah,
with
man.
that.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
you're my idol too. I used to watch all your TV shows when you used to go to TV shows in Hawaii growing up, man.
Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. All right, we're going to let you go. And again, aloha.
Thank you, brother.
Wow. How's that, guys? Woo. Boosh. Loved it, man. True family values right there. Woo. Okay, you know what, gang? I just realized I do not have an intermission, 4 turtles, holo kind thing. Kamola man, and I tried to put some stuff together, but we had issues with transferring the files. Hey, mahalo Sale, mahalo Andy and Sale. Oh, Kumi-chan, much mahalo, much mahalo is to you. Okay, let's see. Whoa, you mean us kupunas aren't disposable? Who knew? Well, you know what? That's something that I think, we're all changing just a little bit, Anti-Bagel. That disposable part, that tends to be typically American, put them in a home, everywhere else in the world, a lot of the old people are revered. Old people show up and they automatically walk to the front of the line, and the whole line goes, oh, yeah, of course, they're old like that, right? Oh, there we go. Oh, Taz, mahalo, brother. Hey, mahalo. Am I clickinizing these things here? Hey, what happened? Don't tell me my thing might freeze up. Okay, wait, no, there's one. Okay, and then, oh yeah, here. Ooh, mahalo, Konishiki. Oh, come back and talk story again. That would be great. The chat is frozen. I don't know. But where are you at? The chat is frozen. On YouTube? Let me see. No? I'm looking at it over here. Seems to be okay. Hey, mahalo, Uncle Black. Thank you, brother. Whoo, right? Almost hit the wrong button. Oh, thank you. Oh, love, Sale. Yeah, Saleva right there. Sole, that's right. Sola. Yeah. Think you meant Sale. Hey, skin right in. Hey, thanks, Uncle Black. Appreciate it. Oh, Uncle Black. Hey, thanks, Uncle Black. Really. just caught the end, but what a passionate and caring man. Yes, Lady Tie-Dye. And, you know, from the Waianae side, Nana Kuli right there. Hey, good fun. Hey, mahalo, Uncle Black. Mahalo. Everybody appreciate Uncle Black whenever you make that donation, and I do too, right? Oh, mahalo, Uncle Black. Uncle Black, you are one good man. Ooh, master of aloha right there. Remember he was the aloha master? Uncle Black had plenty of names there. Wow, I am truly inspired. Saleva, mahalo, Andy. Chat is moving good. Yeah, Madori, I think so too. Probably meant Connie. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, I got my Tulin video, Andy Bumatai. Oh, that's good. Send it to me. Oh, hey, mahalo, Uncle Black. Let's see. I'm a little scattered, dealing with work and stuff. That's okay, Susan. We're all a little scattered. I'll tell you that right now. Ooh, okay. Hey, Taz. Oh, thanks, for that super chat right there. Boom. I got my buttons crazy right here. Thanks, Taz. And I'm glad that he was able to answer some of your questions there. Hey, Kehaulani. Wow, bro. Above and beyond. Mahalo for the wisdom. Yeah, we gotta pass it on to the kids. I think that's what's really important now. You know. So let's see here. Big mahalo, Keaulani. Oh, and thank you, Uncle Black. Thank you for the support. Who is that? A Tori Richards asking for a friend? Yes, it is. Oh, this is the most recognizable one I have. Oh, hey, mahalo, Taz. Mahalo, Taz. Mahalo, Keaulani. Oh, look at that. That's right. Mahalo and respect to you. Oh, Kevin. Mahalo, Taz and Keaulani. Okay. You know, let's move to the chat window. I'll throw up or you know what? We only have about 4 minutes left in the show. Maybe we'll talk a little bit, right? But let me get to the chat window. Okay. Whew, ice water tastes good, man. Let's see. We're here, and then what I'm gonna try and do, I have this holo holo from the Big Island. Where was it? Oh yeah, I think this is it here. I wanted to see how this looked on here. Roll the window up. Okay, there. Whoo, right there. Okay. Yeah, it's just the one we did before. I don't know. It doesn't matter, I guess. But this one, so we can talk small kind, see some holo holo, and finish off the show here. So again, big mahalo to Saleva for being here. You know, Kamasami Kong said, you are gonna love Saleh as a guest. You know, he's so well spoken, he speaks with such passion, and I know exactly what he was talking about now, right? And also, want to remind you that for those of you who may not heard the first part of the show, we're going to try a thing in the morning, right, called Morning Twitch, right? So at 7 o'clock in the morning, Hawaii time, right, which is 10 o'clock in the California time zone, and then, we'll be doing kind of a black hat session where we'll be talking about broadcasting from your house. If you have questions about cameras or monitors or anything, and I always I'll be saying this in the beginning of Morning Twitch. I'm not an expert. Maybe if you have a question about a camera, we'll throw it out to the Hamajang gang who's watching. Anybody know the answer to this one? Do Nikon lenses fit Canons? I don't think so, but anybody know? And then somebody comes in. You can do it if you have an adapter. Oh, okay, boom. Or can I use my iPhone as a webcam? Those kind of questions, because more and more people are going to be doing things on Zoom, on Skype, from their house, from their phone even, right? This morning, Stephen Espanola joined the Skype from his phone. He was, well, I'm not in front of my setup, but boom, and was okay, right? So that will be the general topic, and you know how it goes, right? If we go and end up talking about something else, we do, you know. But it's not going to be highly structured. I won't have an opening graphic or any of that kind of stuff because I want to concentrate on this show, right? But once I get affiliate status on Twitch, right, I can only broadcast in there by itself. I can't multi-stream to the other platforms. So we'll do the Daily Pidgin like we always do every day, 3 p.m. into YouTube and Facebook, and early in the morning at about 7 we'll do the morning Twitch, and we talk small kind tech. I don't know how to articulate that yet. Right? Ooh, imagine 100 people on viewing. Wow, I don't know. Is that how many people? Well, we have okay. Here, I'll take roll here. On YouTube, we have 112 people watching and 93 likes. Mahalo, you guys. That's almost even. Okay. On Andrew Bumatai on Facebook, we have 4 people watching. On Andy Bumatai on Facebook, we have 17 watching, and on Twitch, we have 13 people watching. Okay, so that's cumulatively what we're all doing. Oh yeah, look, see right there. Yeah, I was actually accurate. 13 people watching right now on Twitch, Brother Bruce. Mahalo. Yeah. Who are all these dislikers? Don't worry about them. You know what I mean? Those kind of guys. Who cares? You know, might be somebody who thinks. And it's only 2 people, you know. Sometimes people hit the wrong button, you know. And by the way, I don't know if the dislikers know this, but it works out to be the same thing. You know, liking and disliking, I think YouTube kind of treats it the same. You know, it's an engagement of some kind. I know. Much ohana. False crack the like button if can. Oh yeah, I appreciate it, Brian. And like we always say, it's not for us, it's to placate Antilytics and her husband, Algorithm. You know, those buggers, right? So there you go, gang. Mahalo for tuning in. And I just love the way this chat looks over the holo holo when there's a lot of sky like that. The white writing is kind of tough, and I guess it's all white, but I wonder if I could change that. I don't know. So anyway, the point to this whole homily is if you're interested in watching the daily Twitch for the next few weeks, we'll be broadcasting on all platforms, but at some point I have to turn off YouTube and Facebook. So if you like, if you can, you know how it works, if you can go to Twitch and just follow, right, so that maybe when I go there, you'll get some kind of notification. Again, I'm not that good at Twitch, but we started right now on Twitch. I think we have, let me go check, see if I can tell. We have, I cannot tell. Oh yeah, 73 followers on the Twitch side. Okay, so if you're interested in that. If you're not interested, you know, if you're, I never Zoom, I never, you know, have to talk to anybody online. I don't care about cameras. I'm all set up. My kid does it for me. Cool. Don't worry about it, you know. But that's kind of what we'll be talking about. Okay. Whew, there you go, gang. Mahalo. Okay, here we go. Here's Roy. Good night, Ohana. There we go. We learned Twitch together, Andy. Yep. We've been learning a lot of things, Brian, since the old days. Think about it, right? Hey, Andy, mahalo nui loa for stopping by. That would make an excellent lyric to a song. Hey, and Gengi. Ahi. Oh, happy Tuesday. Good night, everybody. See you guys later. There's brother 75. All right. Oh, it just went up. Thank you for the people who just joined. Okay, I've been getting notifications from Twitch every day. Oh, that's nice. Unless it bugs you, I think you can turn it off. Hey, good night, Gengi. Twitch is very easy. Just hit the heart to follow. There you go. Good show. Mahalo, Susan. I appreciate it. I'm lucky I can handle. I'm lucky if I can handle YouTube. Yeah, don't worry. You know, again, the daily Twitch is gonna be. I gotta come up with a name like, you know, Tech for the Rest of Us or something like that. You know, because I don't want to get into, you know, impedance and all this weird geeky stuff, right? I just kind of, hey, find one good mic. The bug will work. Nah. All right. Oh, that would be 12 noon Minnesota time. Yeah, there you go. See how that might be better? I don't know if you could take a lunch break. You know, a lot of people were going, this is a great lunch program. I'm going, lunch? I'm drinking coffee at 7 a.m. Yeah, good night, Ohana. Ooh, love to all you bagas. Wow, another awesome interview with Konishiki and a great show today. Oh, thank you, brother. Show a video of the original green screen studio. I don't know what you mean. It doesn't look like green screen, you know. Hey, what's this? What's this, Brad? Oh, I guess I'm getting notifications on YouTube. Young Sheldon director features. Oh, I see. I said it was okay to send me stuff on Skype. Now I'm getting like messages, you know, like text. Okay, gang. So here we go, man. I'm going to hit the button and play the song. Okay, and then we'll come back. We say aloha. Okay, here we go. And 7, 6, 5.
And welcome to the Daily Pidgin Show. It's the place to be to let the pigeon flow. The Daily Pidgin Show with Andy Bumatay. Mahalo nui loa to you for stopping by.
So, thank you so much, everybody. And you know what? Oop. Yeah, I may have to turn off these notifications because Midori said we're hearing the notifications. Yeah, I'm still learning. I guess I got to turn that off. Okay, gangy, we'll see you tomorrow, and I'm going to try to do the 7 a.m. morning Twitch again. So, I know. Here we go. Thanks, huh?